Hey everyone, and welcome back to Pokemon X and Y, even though we're playing Y, and the only reason we switched is because I love Yveltal.
Hello, my peeps!
But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe, and consider becoming a member if you like, as it really helps the channel out. But anyway, here we go. Joe, what's the plan for today?
Well, your boy Joe Biden here hopes to make it to the next town which has a gym, as I think that Camphrier town, or whatever the hell it's called, doesn't actually have one.
Yeah, I think you're right, Joe. And look, boys, this is one of the newest Pokemon Joe's just encountered in this game. This is Furfrou, and it's a cool Pokemon because you can actually change the style of its hair.
I wish that was something you'd consider doing Donald LMAO shots fired right there by yours truly, Joe fucking Biden. But anyway, we won't be using one of these doggos in the playthrough, as the next Pokemon we aim to catch is Honedge.
I'm only not going to insult you back, Joe, because you said you're going to catch Honedge, which is a Pokemon everyone wants us to use. And also, you might not find a shiny one in this episode. And if that's the case, then I shall give you the secret Russian phone number.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way Joe is going to catch a shiny Honedge in this playthrough, Donnie. So you may as well pass that phone number over right now.
Hang on, Obama, can you believe this shit? Look, this dumbass trainer has no Gen 6 Pokemon at all, and only Pokemon from Kanto and Sinnoh. And Joe was the one who said the variety would change after Lumio City.
Hey, I thought the variety would change, but apparently I was wrong, Donald, and unlike you, I have the balls to admit that.
All right, you two, I have some announcements I forgot to mention in the beginning. First off, we always read the comments and feedback from you guys, and the general consensus is everyone wants an Ultra movie at the end of this series, which is something we can totally do for you. And also, I have been requested to give a shout-out to at Mirnarichard 282 for being a subscriber since we had 100 subs.
Oh yeah, he's the viewer whose mom can speak French, and I think they translated some of Joe's dodgy French skills. LMAO.
Ah, merci Myrna Richard d'être abonné,
Oh, fucking
et
hell,
aussi
here
à
we
ta
go.
mère de montrer à tout le monde à quel point mes compétences en français sont précises et incroyables, contrairement à Donald, qui est juste jaloux de ne pas pouvoir parler français.
Joe, please stop with this shit. One viewer even commented that they were forced to learn French, and now because of you, they're probably getting PTSD from those times.
But Donald, the French language is so beautiful and full of romance and happiness, and I just love speaking it.
I said I was enjoying it, Joe, but it's getting annoying now, so please stop. And anyway, you should be focusing on the game and getting our Charmander leveled up, because right now it only knows Scratch, which is just tragic.
Well, Obama, I have one more thing I'd like to say. If anyone can give us the coolest or more interesting Pokemon fact and comment it down below, then we'll give you a shout out in the next episode.
Hey, not a bad idea, Joe. Apparently I need some humbling. So yeah, some interesting Pokemon facts from our viewers will be fun to read.
All right, Joe, that'll be a fun idea, I agree. I'll go through the comments when this episode is out, then in the next one I'll shout out someone.
Oh, check it out, boys. It's the cute little green monkey again. I remember this little fellow from our Pokemon Black and White playthrough, but sadly we never used it since our team was way stronger in the end anyway.
Pansage is one little cutie for sure, Donnie, and maybe in another playthrough we could use it.
No way, Joe. We have better options for grass types, and anyway, I want to use Bulbasaur eventually. Actually, having a full team of starter Pokemon would be super cool, wouldn't it?
Obama, that would be the dumbest idea ever. We'd have the same type of Pokemon twice, which would be so pointless. The best team is to have the most varied types possible.
Donald, I said it would be cool to have a full team of 6 starter Pokemon, but I never said it would be practical, did I, you dumbass?
Oh, look, my guys, this is the Holocaster which that lovely man, Lysandre, designed. He's like the Tim Apple of the Kalos region, isn't he? And Tim Apple is a really great guy, right, Donald?
Oh yeah, I love Tim Apple Joe, but I got a lot of shit for that tweet way back when, and I still don't get it, but anyways, check this drug den out, LMAO.
Donald, these guys run the PC boxes in the Kalos region, and apparently Bill helped them set this place up, but these are the last people I would let manage the entire PC system in Kalos. I mean, just look at these people.
Yeah, these guys do look quite sketchy, Obama. But that lady gave me the TM for thief, which is ironic, first of all, but secondly, it was quite nice of her to do that, too.
Okay, well, anyway, Joe, you've made it to this town, whatever it's called. I've already forgotten, and there's absolutely fuck all to do here. What's even the point of this place?
Well, Obama, this town is like a bridge between the roots and a place for us to heal our Pokemon up. But I guess they could have just stuck a Pokemon Center in the middle of a route, and the same thing would have been achieved LMAO.
Yeah, if I missed anything in this town, then please leave a comment down below, since I really can't be bothered to check every house out right now, since I'm a lazy shit and I'm proud to admit that.
Well, they have a shitty looking hotel here too, Joe, and apparently this receptionist has every single job role possible in a hotel, including the chef. He even has his own chef whites on.
Yeah, this town is really strange, but anyway, Joe, to continue with this story, we got to do Shauna's little side quest here.
Yeah, Shauna is here researching Mega Evolution because apparently no one in Kalos knows what it is or has even heard of it, which is the dumbest part of this story because Diantha has a fucking keystone.
Why does Diantha, of all people, need a keystone? All she does is act in movies, so why she needs one and we don't have one yet is just beyond me.
If that's beyond you, Joe, then what's beyond me is the fact that you still haven't worked out who she is yet, or Lysander, to be honest.
I still say we let him figure it out for himself, Donald, and then he can realize how much of an idiot he is, LMAO. But anyway, Joe, there's 3 paths to choose here, so pick whichever you want. I can't remember what's south, though.
Oh, great boys, I'm being dumped with this stupid farm because these 2 lazy shits can't be bothered to do any of the work themselves. Don't they realize what I'm here to achieve?
Joe, this place would be quite useful for us since we can grow all the berries we want and then use them in battles, although that's something we've never actually done.
See, Donald, you just proved my point with how pointless this place is, and we aren't going to do any breeding either. Not that I think berries help with that anyway, but I'm just trying to come up with as many excuses as possible to not turn this into farming simulator.
Talking about breeding, Joe, lots of viewers commented on how to get a Sylveon. And it seems like way too much work for me. And I'm going to say for Donald, too, so it's all going to be up to you, Joe. Also, I have a friend who can trade us a shiny Hone Edge since I don't trust you to find us one, LMAO.
Obama, if you can trade a shiny Hone Edge, that would make my life 10 times easier, and I would really appreciate it. I'll promise to never put you down or blame you for anything ever again.
Joe, you wouldn't blame me for anything anyway because you know where I stand in this hierarchy. And the only reason I'm going to trade that Hone Edge is for the sake of time so we can get these videos out to our viewers as quick as possible. It will be level 1 though, since it just hatched from an egg, so have fun leveling it up.
All right, so Joe has lots to do in this playthrough then, LMAO. He has to train up a level 1 Hone Edge and then get a Sylveon, but where do we get an Eevee from?
I can check online for one Donald and see the locations to get Eevee. I'm not worried though because I have the absolute perfect name for our Sylveon when we get it, LMAO.
Well, whatever you name it, it better be worthy of that pink little rat shit, Joe, because I still do not approve of Sylveon at all. There are so many better Pokemon we could use, but I guess we should use lots of Gen 6 Pokemon.
I think Sylveon will be a really great member for our team, Donald, and you will absolutely love the name I give it, LMAO. Well, I know Obama and our viewers will. But anyway, boys, back to the story. Apparently a huge Snorlax is blocking the bridge to the next town.
Yeah, so Joe, you're on your way to some palace around here to get the Poke Flute, which is interesting because in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, we use the radio to play the music to wake Snorlax up.
Yeah, and since Lysander is meant to be the Tim Apple of Kalos, you would have thought his Holocaster device would have a fucking radio on it, but apparently not.
I agree, Donald. This part of the game seems super pointless and dead. I mean, we could just walk over Snorlax's huge belly and I doubt it would even wake up.
Hey guys, check it out. Our little Charmander is evolving into Charmeleon. Not that it's very exciting since we used it before, but I can't wait to use Charizard Y.
Yeah, big fucking deal, Obama. Thinking more about it, I would have preferred to use Bulbasaur too. Maybe if we play Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, we can rebuild Red's team. That would be a fun thing to do.
Wow, Donald, this place looks like a house you'd want to live in, LMAO, and people could get tours inside. I mean, this guy here is charging us $1,000 just to enter the palace, which is a scam in of itself.
Yeah, I could definitely live in a place like this, Joe. It looks like Buckingham Palace in London, though they for sure took inspiration from that. But I hate London ever since the people there thought it would be funny to inflate a balloon of me looking like a baby.
I remember that, Donald. It was the funniest shit ever, LMAO. I got to have tea with the Queen, God bless her soul, whilst you weren't even welcome.
Yeah, whatever, Obama. Anyway, look at that golden Milotic statue. I am so going to ask my designers to build me one of these for Trump Tower in New York, LMAO.
I swear they took inspiration from your bathroom to build this place, Donald. It's just all gold and red, which are your 2 favorite colors. It's way too much for me. I could never live here.
Check out that view, though Joe looks pretty neat. And they even have a huge statue of Golurk just chilling there with a Palpitoad. Why would they choose such random Pokemon, though?
Even more impressive than that Obama is the statues of Reshiram and Zekrom they have placed in these gardens. To be honest, this doesn't make any sense either. Why would you have these two when you could have Dialga and Palkia instead, or even better, a huge statue of Arceus?
Yeah, a statue of Arceus would be even more fitting, Donald. I agree with you, man. Could some explain to me why they have Zekrom and Reshiram here, though it for real makes no sense?
I would also like to know the answer to that as well, Joe, but anyway, the whole purpose of us coming here was to get the Flute to wake up Snorlax, but first we need to catch the owner's Furfrou.
Why do I need to do all this crap, though, Obama? Why can't the moron who owns this place just return the Furfrou into a Pokeball like a normal person would? I mean, I'm an idiot, and even I would know to do that.
That's some big brain strats right there from Joe Biden, LMAO, Obama, but he has a point. This puzzle is so dumb as well, all to get a stupid flute.
Okay, Joe, I'll help you with this one. Basically, Shauna will help you out, but you gotta tell her where to stand first. So when you walk up to the Furfrou, its path gets blocked, which will allow you to trap it.
Oh dear, I'm really not good at puzzles, Obama. They stress me out so much. I feel my blood pressure increase every time I look at the Sudoku puzzles on the New York Times website.
All right, we made a quick cut here since Joe took literally forever to solve this dumb puzzle and nothing entertaining even happened. But anyway, here we are finally at the end of the ordeal.
Yeah, sorry about that, everyone. I'm quite stupid. But anyway, this dude seems happy we caught his Pokemon for him, and I'm sure he'll be kind enough to let us have the Flute now.
All right, apparently this fellow is gonna host a fireworks show, so you gotta head to the second floor balcony, Joe. But my question is, who the fuck does a fireworks show in the middle of the afternoon? This guy has more money than sense, kinda like you, Donnie LMAO.
Fuck off, Obama. This guy clearly has things set straight in his life, and you're just jealous you'll never live in a place like this or be able to afford to have a fireworks show during the day. I bet this guy is so rich he can even control the day-night cycle.
That's not how money works, Donald, you dumbass. But look, here we are at the balcony with Shauna, and I can't wait to see what a daytime fireworks show looks like. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
Oh, great, and now we're getting a cheesy cutscene with Shauna, and she probably thinks she's on a date with us. Oh, sorry, I mean with you, Joe, but you're probably not interested since she's too old for you, Lamau.
I'm not admitting to anything, Obama, except this is seriously so dumb. I just want that damn flute so we can get the hell out of here.
Well, here are the fireworks, boys. They look incredibly shit. Not gonna lie, I will agree with you both there. But you can still see them, so I guess that's kind of impressive, don't you both think?
It would have been more impressive to launch a few Draco meteors into the air, and then you could play a game called Don't Get Killed by the Meteors. Elmao.
That would have been pretty funny. Joe and Draco Meteor is a really cool move to look at as well. Way better than these fireworks, but anyway. Look who's decided to show up finally. Maybe he'll give us the flute now.
Yeah, there we go, boys. Finally got it. So let's bounce and go wake up Donald from blocking the bridge with his fat ass Elmao.
I was wondering when that joke would make its appearance from your mummified mouth, Joe, but I'm surprised it took this long. Anyway, I'm glad we can finally leave now and we never ever have to come back here, although I am sending my architect back.
With that flute, we'll be able to battle Snorlax, Joe, so you're gonna have a choice between catching it or killing it. I mean, we could even use it for our team if you wanted.
Now, Obama, as much as I'd love to have a Snorlax named Donald on our team, he'd get over it quite quickly, even though it's blue. But I have a way better Pokemon that shall represent Donald J. Trump in the future. And no, it's not Arceus, before you ask Donnie.
Joe, this one definitely looks nothing like I do. First of all, I'm not that big, and also I'm not a mouth breather even. I sleep like an angel with my mouth shut.
More like a demon, Donald LMAO. But here we go, Joe. Time to battle Snorlax, and you might as well just kill it if you don't want to use it, since we're not going to come back to this game for a while anyway.
Yeah, I'll just spam Dragon Rage until it dies, Obama. I remember Ash used one in the anime, and it took out that frontier brain and won, so I do want to use it one, but today isn't that day.
What you should be concerned about is the fact that we have an almost level 17 Charmeleon, and it has no fire moves whatsoever. Joe, you could have at least taught it Flame Charge or something, since we won't get Flamethrower for a long time.
Well, Donald, it's not like I have access to every TM in the game right now, is it? Otherwise, I would have taught it at least one fire-type move by now. And anyway, Dragon Rage is a strong move for this part of the game, unless we encounter fairy types. LMAO.
Yeah, but all Dragon Rage does is 40 hit points of damage, Joe, which is just useless. You may as well just spam scratch at least. This Charmeleon we got from Professor Sycamore is quite shit, not gonna lie.
It's not actually Donald, but we only need to train it up a little more. And anyway, Joe just beat Snorlax, which means we can proceed. There's going to be lots for us to do in the next few routes.
Yeah, the next gym is gonna be a rock-type gym, Joe, which means Frogadier is gonna sweep in there. Although I can't remember who the gym leader is at all. They're so forgetful in Kalos Olmau.
Well, look who decided to show up after I did all the work to move Snorlax. But anyway, boys, it's good to see these two again. But they want to show me this building. What is this place, Obama?
This is the Daycare, Joe, just like there is in every other game, but this is one of the few games where they make a point to show us like Lyra did in Pokemon Heart Gold. However, we won't be using it since we aren't going to be doing any competitive battles.
You say that, Obama, but we could leave one of our Pokemon in here and then make Joe do 1,000,000 steps until that Pokemon gets to level 100 LMAO.
Donald, what would be the point of that? We'd be so OP, and then this game would be more boring than one of my White House speeches I constantly have to give. I wish I could record more Pokemon episodes with the boys every day instead.
Well, any less time spent with you would make my life more bearable, Joe, but I also love making videos with the boys. And talking of which, we got a double battle going on, Joe, with our friends. Let's see if Serena's gonna be worthy enough to partner up with us.
She's leading off with a Fletchling against an electric type and a water type, so yeah, I'm gonna say she's gonna be a shit partner, Donald. And why the fuck does one of them have a Pikachu? I swear all there is here is Pikachu, 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 holy hell.
I think that's Trevor who has a Pikachu Obama. As acting president of the United States of America, I will announce a new law that whoever has a Pikachu within their party is no longer our friend, unless their name is Donald Obama or Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town.
That's probably the best and only law you've come up with, Joe, that I will ever agree with. And look, Obama Serena is performing like we expected. I say we ditch her as our friend too. At least Silver was a great rival and partner whenever we teamed up.
Well, Donald, you never know. I may surprise you with more amazing laws by yours truly. And I also agree with you too. Now she's performing under par, kind of like you when you play golf. Donnie Elmau, bet you didn't see that one coming.
You gotta stop backhanding me in the face, Joe. This is getting out of control now.
Joe, will you stop being a pathetic little loser and just beat these idiots, because Serena is being absolutely no help to us, so it's all on you, and right now, you're the one performing under par.
Obama, I had to basically carry us through this battle. It was literally a 2v1 battle ever since Serena got her Fletchling paralyzed. And I hope to God we never have to tag team with her again. She's so trash.
Well, thank God that's done with. I hate how they just randomly keep popping up. If I was playing this game instead of you, Joe, I'd get our Arceus from Platinum and get him to use judgment on these morons.
Donald, if you did that, then Arceus would probably take out the entire Kalos region and probably the world too. On a different note, there's 2 caves to choose here, boys. Why is that?
The one you just took, Joe, was a shortcut to Ambrette Town, and the other was a longer cave, which we can come back to later, but I don't trust you going in there on your own, because you'll just get lost, LMAEO.
Alrighty, Joe, welcome to Route 8, also known as the Morail Coast. And it's really beautiful here, except don't let your old age get the better of you so you end up falling off this cliff, LMFAO.
Yeah, this reminds me of the south of France, Donald. It's so pretty. But how the hell are we meant to get all the way down to that town by the beach we just passed?
Well, Joe, this is going to be quite the trek, not going to lie. And it's quite annoying because there's nothing really interesting going on in these routes anyway. You just have to keep on walking.
Actually, I think there's another town before Ambrette Donald. I can't remember what it's called. But in the anime, Ash and his friends went through a really cool aquarium to get to the beach.
Obama, you are wrong, my friend. The next town is Ambrette, and the one after is Sillage City. That's the one with the rock-type gym, and you go and call yourself a leader without even knowing basic facts like that.
Donald, I just saw you Google the map of Kalos, you dumbass. At least try be more sneaky, you fool Elmau. You're almost as stupid as Joe sometimes, you know.
And that's probably the worst insult to give someone in existence, LMFAO.
Whatever you two, at least I know how to read a map. But here we are in Ambrette Town, where we actually will have lots to do, Joe. I can't remember what, but I know that you'll be busy, so don't fall asleep.
Well, I guess I'll have a quick mooch around here and see what the townsfolk is like. But this place is hella small, boys, and what bright spark thought it would be smart to build an entire town on the edge of a fucking cliff? I mean, literally on the edge.
Probably someone with a brain like yours, Joel Mao, but the only place you really need to head to in this town is the fossil lab, where they can restore fossils, funnily enough. This is where we could get a tyrant or a Mora.
Wow, this place is pretty cool, boys. They probably have fossils from all over the world here. Do you two think it would be cool to build an entire team of fossil Pokemon?
No, Joe, it wouldn't, because it would mostly be rock types. And did you guys see that Dragonite skull on the top shelf back there? I bet these guys poached that from the Unova region.
Yeah, that's when Team Plasma thought it was Reshiram El Mao. What a bunch of noobs. But anyway, here comes Serena again, Joe. Let's see what these scientists want with us.
Wow, these guys call themselves scientists, but they don't even know what Mega Evolution is. I am even more surprised now that no one in this damn region knows what Mega Evolution is. These guys should be fired for real.
Well, Joe, whilst you were ranting, they just told us to go check out the fossil dig site in the Glittering Cave, which is east of here. But how about we end this episode for here now, boys?
Yeah, sounds like a good idea, Donnie. We've been playing for a while. Sorry if this episode felt like a filler anime episode, everyone, but these routes have been so long. Anyway, thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next one to explore this cave and take on the gym in the next city.
Ooh, what a cliffhanger, Lamau.